the see-through glass. Now, I'm fully aware that if you judge this channel based purely on the videos that I've made during Drive the World, you could easily forget the fact that I'm a Ferrari obsessive. I've loved Ferrari all of my life. Heck, I own a Ferrari. I have a 360 Modena tucked up at Windrush Car Storage back in the UK. But for some reason this year, I just really haven't filmed much content with the prancing horse. It's all been about Porsche and more recently Lamborghini, and I have no explanation, but that is all about to change because just around the corner lies the Ferrari factory. Yes, I'm here in Maranello, and when I knew I was going to be driving past Maranello during Drive the World, I sent the lovely people at Ferrari an email and said, look, I'm going to be coming past, is there anything I can do or film? And they replied saying, well, not really, there's not a lot going on at that time of year, and you've kind of driven all the cars, so probably not. I then got a follow-up email saying, well, actually, hold on, Sam, have you driven the 488 Pista Spider? I replied, no, I haven't even driven the Pista Coupe. They went, well, you could do that. So yes, today I'm in Maranello to pick up a Ferrari 488 Pista Spider. Now the thing is, maybe 2 years ago, I had a very similar experience coming to the Ferrari factory to collect a Ferrari 488. That time it was a GTB and I spent a week with it, driving it through Europe back towards the UK. Today, I have this car for 4 hours. 4 hours! But I'm treasuring this moment more than the GTB experience because, let's face it, it's highly unlikely I will ever get to drive a Pista or a Pista Spider again. Because despite this wonderful world of YouTube providing me with amazing opportunities, really you drive cars properly when they're yours. That's the true experience. And I'm never going to own a car like this. It's just not. To buy a Pista Spider from new, you have to be so in with Ferrari, so on their list. You've had to have bought the 458 Speciale most likely, probably the Scud, probably the Challenge Stradale, maybe a Cali T, a Portofino, a Lusso. This is one of those cars reserved for the best of the best Ferrari clientele. So just the fact I'm sitting in it, but the fact that where is it? Hold on. Oh, I'm dropping money. YouTube money. That's a Porsche key, that's awkward. Somewhere in here. Haha! The fact I have the key to this car and 4 hours to do with it what I like is a tad emotional for me. It's a tad ridiculous. Now, where did that money go? You know what? I'm going to be so YouTube money, I'm going to say, who cares? But I will find it at some point because what I want to do first off is just the ignition. Let's not forget, this is a Spider and it has a rear window that I can put down. I will obviously put the roof down properly in a second, but let's go into race, foot on the brake. Now, it's obviously still a turbocharged engine, having just come from the Iᴛ쏘ʟy S. It's never going to be quite the same raucous noise that the Speciale was, but I've just learned from Ferrari that they have spent a lot of time and effort to improve the in-car and out-car audio experience. The actual exhaust manifold is one of the areas they've saved the most weight. It's got F1 tech, and so apparently that just makes it all sound better. We're going to find out. But anyway, for now, I'm going to get all my cameras ready and head to a road that I always use when I'm driving Ferraris. It's about 45 minutes from here, so that gives me time to suss out the car, then I can get there, put the roof down, despite the fact it's not that sunny, and start to see what this car is all about. This is just one of the best days ever!
White snow, red sky, reach out for so high, blue eyes, fake cry, beware of the fox tonight.
Right, this is going to be the closest thing to a one take I think I've ever done, because we've reached my road, my favourite road, and the rain has arrived. When we left Venice this morning, it was super grim, and I was so depressed because I was like, what is the point in driving a Pista Spider in the rain? But either way, I'm determined to make this work. This road is also busier than I've ever seen it in my entire life. So anyway, here we go. My attempt to summarise what it's like to drive a Pista Spider in the drizzling rain on a busy Italian road. Now, very initial impressions on the way here, which was, as I mentioned, like a sort of 40-minute drive. In sport mode, doing sort of casual accelerations and overtakes, it feels very similar to the 488 GTB, which doesn't make a lot of sense because of all the special series mid-engined V8 Ferraris. This is the one that is most different to the standard version of the car. Back in the day, the Ferrari 360 Modena had the Challenge Stradale as the special series variant, and it was only a 25 horsepower. Oh, that's a big truck! I have never seen a truck like that on a road like this. That was not nice. Anyway, it was only a 25 horsepower step up. This car has a 50 horsepower increase over the 488 GTB. It's, well, in coupe form, 90 kilos lighter, and in Spider form, 40 kilos lighter. Obviously the heavy retractable roof. Now, this car also, like the Challenge Stradale, takes a lot of inspiration from the racing variant of... Long-term viewers of the channel will know that a sneeze is a customary sign that Vicky's having a good time. Yes, Vicky, my girlfriend, is with me today in the passenger seat. We might even hear some thoughts from her at some point on this car. But whilst, of course, the 430 Scuderia and the 458 Speciale also took some learnings from Formula One and their race car variants, i.e. the 458 Challenge and GTE cars, they didn't take as much inspiration as this did. This almost feels like a road-going version of the 488 Challenge or GTE. I mean, obviously not in Spider form, but in coupe form, I'd assume the Pista feels that way. That means it's more like my favourite car of all time, the Challenge Stradale, which was the first special series variant, and it wasn't a stripped-out racier version of the 360, it was a road-going version of the 360 Challenge. And so I'm so excited to be out here on this road despite the impending doom that is black clouds, and I can actually even see snow on the mountains in front of me to see what this thing's all about. I mean, 0 to 60, as you can imagine, sub 3 seconds. 0 to 200 kilometers an hour, it's 0.4 of a second slower than the Pista Coupe, the Spider. So it's 8 seconds, 0 to 200. That is a scary, scary fact, because I've definitely owned cars that don't get to 60 miles an hour in 8 seconds. So the fact that it's going 200 kilometers and the steering is just phenomenal. Ferrari will tell you multiple times that this engine, the turbocharged V8, has won numerous awards, proclaiming it the best engine ever made. Well, 50% of the parts in the engine are new for the Pista. The exhaust, which I have to say I'm not thinking is actually as revolutionary as maybe they teased. It's good, it sounds good, and I have always... Oh my good lord, oh, carbon ceramic brakes, thank you. Thank you! This car, it's too quick. That was the first acceleration I've done, and that was the first hardcore turn I've done, and oh, and here comes the rain, right? Let's keep trying to enjoy this as much as we can. Now, there is a very, very clever electronic system in this car, which does include the windscreen wipers, which I can't remember where they are, there we go, but also is all about keeping drivers on the road. Now, this isn't about interference. It's not about stopping people having the, the real feel from the car. It's about aiding people to have fun in these cars. Because, let's face it, when you're talking about 700 horsepower plus, this car, 720 horsepower, awkward name or awkward amount of horsepower, I guess, compared to some of its rivals. But yeah, 720 horsepower, that is a lot. But you want to be able to enjoy it. Wow, these brakes are so good. You want to be able to enjoy it, and so Ferrari developed this system which not only allows you to slip and slide the car, but also slip and slide it well. I'm not quite confident enough to test it out on this particular road. I think if I was on Ferrari, I might be having a bit of a laugh. It's only activated when you turn traction off, and the rain really is starting to come down now, so let's just make sure we survive this first journey down the hill before we start playing around with that. But yes, essentially, as the car starts to go into a slide, this new system can control pinching the brakes on each wheel or axis to ensure the slide never goes out of control. And you can basically drift this thing as if it was a, I don't know what, MX-5, which is ridiculous for a limited special series convertible V8 Ferrari. And just on that, I still haven't been brave enough to give it a full acceleration. I'm using like 40% of the throttle. My eyes feel like they're on absolute stalks. I'm just waiting for it to snap, but I have to say it's not. I'm in race mode on this super slippy road. I'm getting so much grip, but the steering is just, I'd forgotten. Oh, there we go. I knew it was going to happen at some point. I'd forgotten what it feels like to take a Ferrari onto a road like this. Oh, nothing comes close. My good Lord. To quote Will Smith, I gotta get me one of these. Now, one of my favourite all-time car videos was when Jethro Bovingdon tested the 458 Speciale Aperta in Italy on a day not too dissimilar to this. It's pouring rain and he's absolutely thrashing the car around the mountain roads. Well, I have 1 to 2% of the skill of Jethro Bovingdon, 1 to 2% of the journalistic abilities of Jethro Bovingdon, but also an acute ability to catch cold and flu before, I mean, like, you don't even know how easily I can catch cold and flu, so I'm afraid the roof is gonna have to come up. Let's push that button there. Beauty about any 488, Pista or not, is you can do the roof up to 40 kilometers an hour. And the rain is really coming down. So I think, yes, I need to protect myself and my passenger and ensure that any further driving that happens will be done in the dry. I have no idea if you could hear me during that segment. It is quite noisy when it's raining into a Pista Spider. But anyway, yes, roof up, let's crack on. You know what, I'm still having such a good time. I was about to be like, oh, this is so depressing. Come all the way to Maranello and now I'm in the rain. I just don't care. Firstly, this car looks so dramatic in this yellow paint in the rain. It works well on camera and I just don't care. I'm driving this car. But I think it's time to escape and at least head back towards Maranello. I've still got a couple of hours left with the car, so I want to drive around town a bit and see what it's like, I guess not on a twisty road. But very quickly, Vicky, any first impressions that you wanna share?
Well, it's tricky because I'm now comparing it to the Aventador.
Sorry. Yeah, no, of course.
I am, because we obviously were in it.
And as a comparison?
Well, I don't even want to start with a comparison.
Sure. Okay.
So we'll just keep it individual.
As a comparison, because you have been in a 488 Spider.
Yeah, which was great.
As a does this feel any?
It's a little bit more secure on the road.
Taut.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
yes.
Agile and taut.
Yes, it's cozy and it sort of cushions you around.
But Does it feel as different? Because obviously you went in the Challenge Stradale for the first time in Australia. Plug my own video, go check that out, link below. That, you said, felt completely different to R360.
Yeah.
Does this feel completely different to a 488?
Not hugely, especially sound-wise.
If anything, I think the turbos are louder, but Vicky has hit the nail on the head, and something I'll talk about more once we get out of this monsoon, is that whilst on paper it's very different to a 488, I'm not sure on this particular road it felt that different, but it's been a while. It has been a while since I've driven a 488 in anger, so I couldn't promise, but just, my God, look how dramatic this is. Right, come on, we've got to get out of this rain. I'll catch up with you in a bit. Now, there's one person in this world who I know will revel in this moment as much as I am.
What's that? what have you borrowed? What's going on? You haven't bought it.
No, could you imagine? I'm not like the other YouTubers, mate. I can't just buy cars left, right, and centre. I borrowed it for 4 hours. I knew you'd appreciate it like me.
You know, that is exactly how I'd have it as well.
There we go. Say hello to my audience. They miss you.
Hello, everyone.
Right, go back to work.
Bye-bye.
You know, I think I want that car more than I want world peace. But it's not because it's markedly different to a standard 488. It's just because it's a Pista. And you know, if you think about the F8 Tributo, which is probably the awkward uncle in the room, who really cares? Look at the 430 Scud to the 458, a huge leap, and the 458 is better in every way than a 430 Scud. However, it didn't make the 430 Scud any less desirable or less cool. And so whilst over a 4-hour test drive it's harder to notice the difference between the Special Series and the standard car than has previously gone, so 458 to Speciale, 430 to Scud, 360 Challenge Stradale, I can't notice that separation as easily with the 488, but I don't care, because I would sell my left, you know, that thing, the left one, to get one of those cars. If somebody offered me a slot, Magnitude Finance, I'm sorry, you would be having stress nosebleeds left, right and centre, because I would try and get one. It's still super, super desirable, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity to drive the car despite today's weather, and I'm glad that I still managed to at least get one run down that hill. I think if I drove the two cars, 488 Spider and Pista Spider back to back, I probably would notice more of a difference. But anyway, for now I'm going to enjoy my espresso. I feel like I should be having a come down rather than a perk up. I definitely don't need any more caffeine or adrenaline, but anyway, when in Rome or Maranello. My time is up with this car. It has to be back at the factory in 5 minutes. It's been an insane day. The weather has cleared up, so I put the roof down. It's time to try a launch. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you have, and make sure to subscribe for plenty more videos to come.